Hi guys, I'm Em. I'm an RP, which is a reseller's partner, and Hayfro's partner, to be specific, of at hayfrosells. I'm just sitting on the stairs because there's, as you will see from a list that I have coming up for you, there is absolutely no space to sit or put anything else because of the spread of things to be sold. I'm joking. I have ADHD and the house is chaos. So talk to you soon. Disclaimer, I do have ADHD and that will come out in this video. I see it as a gift and a blessing. Also, there's a lot of use of satire and sarcasm and weird, odd, quirky, bizarre people and things are rad and super cool. Hi folks, I'm Em. I'm a reseller's partner and RP, particularly Hayfro's partner of at hayfrosells. I wanted to put together some photos of us, and this was recorded with Jeff playing in the background, his guitar, and we had to delete that because of copyright. So I then contacted Global Music Rights, and a license is pending to see if we can, I'll update you on that. We have a family, and as you can see, Jeff is not a solitary person, as he has expressed that he seems to be, since none of us have been in any of his videos or be seen to be prancing about or frolicking nearby. I joke. Oh, look, it's Barbie's butt. Also, as an RP, you may find yourself pointing him out. I think it got a good price. We have a family, and Jeff is very active, if not necessarily socially active, because he is an introvert and a bit of a lone wolf, as often resellers may be. I'm interested in hearing the experience of other RPs and knowing more about you and your reseller. And however, in this video, I will be speaking mostly about Jeff's particular quirks and idiosyncrasies and some of the funny things that occur. Hi, just so you know, there were many photos of me and Jeff and the kids, and just Jeff and the kids, and family photos in that previous slideshow. However, I did not gain consent to use that, so one of my eldest was very clear in saying, Mom, that's not cool. So yeah. Hi again. I thought I would share my personal top 10 pet peeves as an RP, a reseller's partner. Number one being the noise of packaging, which is constant. I thought I'd share a clip, an ASMR of the sound of that tape, but then I thought, I'll spare you. You guys have heard it. Two is hurry up and wait and hurry up. And three is the time everything takes once you have hurried up and waited. And as we know, reseller schedules are very, very, very varied and unpredictable. So that's a thing. Number four is the stuff, including scary things like masks and strange paraphernalia or sculptures that are odd or bizarre. Number five is the space that all of these delightful items that are to be resold take, especially when they are in transition. They're either heading into the house or heading out of the house, and you may not be privy to what things are or where things go, so you cannot absolutely touch any of those things. Anyways, that's top five. Me again, guys, and just an example of how things are not safe. Here's one of my favorite paintings that, of course, is listed, and that is listed as well. I think they complement each other well, but they're on the bedroom wall, and as James from My Boring Reseller's Life said, throw things up, put a high price on them, and see how you feel if they are somebody makes an offer on them. So thanks, James. Appreciate it very much. James from my boring reselling life. Go follow him, go see him. But also thank him if your shit goes missing and you're an RP and your seller that you love sold it. So, number 6. Thanks to my boring reseller life, James, nothing is safe. Like, you already knew that nothing was safe. And now resellers want to know what someone might pay for any particular item. The dog, your kids, yourself. You might want to weigh down or lock down anything that you absolutely want to keep. And sternly, because everything has a price. It might be a very high price, but they want to know what price someone is willing to pay for whatever that thing is. 7 is unwelcome engagement with people who actually want to buy some of those bizarrely scary things I previously mentioned. When your reseller's not home and you got to go to the door. 8, detours, drop-offs, pickups. Can you go grab this? Can you drop that? Can you meet this weird person who wants to buy this terrifying mask? 9, constant motion. You're always on the go. Your reseller is always on the go because he's a busybody. No, it's because he works really hard. And number 10 is all of the multiple roles that you may not have necessarily signed up for. And I will get more into that soon. Hi guys, it's me. Does anyone want to buy a Champion Master Palea that I found on Marketplace for, I think, maybe not free, but very cheap? And now look at this baby. I'm just kidding, I'm joking. So some of the many roles that resellers, partners play, whether we like it or not, are advisor, shipper receiver, delivery driver, Uber security, communications director, quality assurance. Certainly my favorite is just bouncing ideas off each other, and my least favorite is delivery driver, because why? And I'll get to my favorite in the next little clip. But there are ways that we can hamper, like slow down our resellers by doing some of these things poorly, because A, we may not have all the information we need. Your reseller might tell you that something is $15 to sell, and when the person comes and tries to pick it up or picks it up, they tell you it's $10 and they try to pay you $10. You'll hear more about that later. And whether or not you didn't sign up for this stuff, it can certainly be funny and leave you with a lot of stories to share later. Tell me what some of your roles are, because I'd love to hear what might be different and what extra you might not do or do for your reseller. I'm just looking at this image and I'm realizing that I didn't put my absolute favorite and quickest role as an RP is, and that is disinterested party, because you can never put a price on that vacuous stare that you have when your reseller is trying to buy something from someone and they look over at you and you have that resting RP bitch face, that vacuous stare, which shows that, you actually don't give a shit. And it puts the, you guys, I know, I'm joking, right? But it can put the fear into the seller's heart to give your reseller a better price. I I hope you find this funny as well. Vacuous stare. I'm good at that. I've certainly coached my beloved reseller, and especially on those bad days, and there have been quite a few lately for many resellers. I am the editor, I'm the comms director, I am PR. I am like, you do not want to say that. Chill, relax, take a breather, don't respond. I do all those things. And also, we're psychic. Do you think someone will buy this? Do you think someone will like this? Hi. I may have been remiss in stating that some of the buyers have been odd or weird. Certainly, we absolutely appreciate our buyers, and I don't mean to be unkind by stating that buyers are odd. Certainly, Hayfro and I are quite odd, and much of the inventory that he has curated is quite unique and has a different kind of vibe. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, an odd reseller and an odd buyer make for some very interesting stories and anecdotes, and I'm going to share some. I thought I would start off with Hayfro's idiosyncrasies. Number one being that he's quite weird, and I guess I like it because I am also weird, but honestly, he's very weird. He has a different perspective on things. And I mean, love is fun when it's weird. Two, he's a busybody. Like, he does not sit still, ever. There's always something he can be doing to grow his business, or something he can organize or sort. Number three, he's obsessed with boxes. Can I have that box? Are you using this box? Look how perfect this box is for this. I didn't even have to put too much filler in. Look how snug this box is. Nice box. Number four, it's a constant stream of consciousness that I am privy to, hearing Hayfro talk to himself. Man, August was a much better month last year. Did I leave that in the car? Dude, I already sent you tracking and you received the item 3 days ago. Please, fellow RPs, will you share some of your resellers' idiosyncrasies? I'd love to hear them. RPs, unite. What are some of your resellers' fun quirks and idiosyncrasies?
It was weird. I did. Are you recording me? I did like four videos, and I had no nothings. And then I watched this one video of this guy, nothing to do with reselling. He built like brands and stuff like that. He has a really he has like one of the most successful podcasts. He wrote books and this and that. And he was saying how, it took him 5 years of constant action, constant sustained putting out content, and then eventually, boom, he's like, and he said something like, the goal is not the thing. I can't remember what it is, but it was like, the goal is not the thing, it's the daily thing, it's the daily activities that you put into your business which gets you to your goal, or something like that. And I was like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I needed to hear that.
So number 5, Jeff is super curious about everything, as am I, which is fun because there's so much to learn. Hold on a sec. This is, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll share more about that later. 6, he's super open-minded, open to what the possibilities are, open to possibly selling the dog, open to allowing that everybody is completely different and might have a different things, a different take on things, and want things that are not the norm. And I like that. 7, he's an opportunist. And I think he kind of gets that from me. Every moment is an opportunity to learn something or to do something. And he really is resourceful and capitalizes on that. 8, he's super thorough in terms of the quality, for example, of some of the comics that he sells. Like he might put like a lower grade on something, even though it's a higher grade item, just to make sure that there's integrity there. Number 9, he's doggedly determined. I'd love to hear about how some of your resellers are so determined, especially in this landscape, navigating where there are some improvements that can be made in terms of the platforms that they use. And like resellers just kind of push through because that is the nature of the industry. Determined to follow through because it's a long game, right? You've purchased something that you are hedging that someone is going to want at some point. Number 10, resellers should organize. Absolutely. Fight the machine. No, I'm kidding. I may not be kidding, but anyway, I'm saying that you need to be organized, and Jeff is about as organized as they come. And there are many like changes and updates that help in the reselling game to finding things. Tell me about yours. I'm interested. Hi guys, we're getting to the gist of why I wanted to make this appreciation promo video for HeyFro. Here's my resellers partners reframe, my RP reframe. Number 1, the noise equals money, honey, which is what Jeff didn't say it quite in that way, but he's like, when you hear that noise, that means money. And I get that. Number 2, all the waiting gives us pockets of time to just be together in weird ways and have conversations that we might not otherwise have if we were doing something different. Number 3, I noticed I spelt autonomy wrong, and that's the... Hey, I just want to congratulate myself for a second I've never done this before, and I'm doing it on my phone, so thank you, iMovie. But I certainly spelled autonomy wrong. And with that time, you just have space to do things in a different way that resellers can do if that's your primary focus, because in a 9-to-5, you wouldn't have that autonomy and flexibility for all the unique stuff that ends up coming into your house that you might actually want, but you might only want for like a season. So as Eckhart Tolle says, you don't have to own things. You can appreciate things and let them go. Okay, I can't do impressions or voices. Sorry. Number 5, again, all the things in your space bring a certain kind of energy. There's a lot of flow, and it's a dynamic situation because it's constantly changing, and it's kind of cool like that. Number 6, nothing is safe. Means that, you learn to not necessarily be attached to everything. Things can move, and you can let things go, and you can hold on to the things that mean the most. Hi guys, in case you haven't noticed, I have a massive crush on at hayfrosells. If this were a sell item, I would bid high. Yeah. or I would buy now and pay for next day shipping. I feel like Hayfro, our natural born seller, should also have a nickname, like a code name, like maybe Woody Harrelson's character, Mickey from Natural Born Killers, or it could be Ziggy after Zig Ziglar, or it could be MK after Mary Kay Ash, because he moves the shit. And he is a shit. Tell me what some of your nicknames might be for your resellers. Number 7, some of that unwelcome engagement. I know I've complained about it. It's because I might be in the middle of my day. I may not necessarily be prepared to go meet somebody or hand something off. There are some funny stories. I know I alluded to them. One time I knew that an item was $15, and so when the person came, they handed me 2 $5 bills, and that was $10, and they said, it's $10, right? And I said, no, it's 20. And they were like, oh, I think it's 15. And I said, okay. And they handed over their third $5 bill, which they had freaking hid in their pocket. Give me a break. Don't pull over something on me. But boy, did Jeff laugh when I told him that story when he got home. The detours, pickups, and drop-offs mean that there are a lot of side adventures. And hello, we are both Taurus, so food is a big thing for us. And it means like going to eat or see different things you might not have seen if you weren't doing those tasks. Again, number 9, the constant motion actually equals the work ethic that resellers have, where they are just always wanting to procure good things for people to enjoy or improve their family's economic situation. I mean, it's incredible. I have a lot of respect for resellers and what y'all do, and I'd love to hear some of your stories in terms of the positive attributes of resellers and reselling. The multiple roles that I don't think I've shared about, but I need to, or maybe I'll insert it backwards and put it in the before this clip, but that just means like collaboration and connection and conversations about how to do different things, or researching things together, or finding ways to just continue to grow. Speaking of adventure, check out these cars, you guys. So when I was a little kid in the Philippines, I had a car like this. I love that little car so much, and getting to see these again is brought some nostalgia that was definitely welcome, and that was for sure a core memory that I was happy to unlock. I so wish that I could share the audio of this little clip of us in the car, because a great song was playing, and also, as you can see, I'm hardcore fangirling, and Hayfro Jeff starts singing at some point. He just busts out and starts singing, but I'll share some singing with you later when we have licensing. So this is it, guys. We're coming to the end of our little fun times together. As you can imagine, I don't necessarily like being on camera, so that's why you have had those lovely lists and images to look at. I think that's so much better. And isn't this art beautiful? It's not fails a month late because your reseller had the wrong date. The funny things that can happen when you're trying to coordinate and communicate with different people. There's lots more to share there, but maybe I'll do that at a different time. So it's been nice to meet you all. My reseller just walked in the door, and I hope that you can see the fun and the folly in what I've shared here. And thanks so much.